It just opens that scent and the scent of home cooking. I'm not a great pasta person just all the time, but if I'm having pasta, I want it to be good, and this is a whole wheat pasta. I've cooked it in boiling salted water, lots of water, to the maker's instructions, which happen to be right on, 10 minutes. And then I strain it, never ever underwater. Strain it and put some olive oil and salt, a little bit of salt on, because this particular pasta, the wholemeal pasta, needs more salt than normal. And just as I went by, as it was cooling down, just gave it a bit of a shake. So I'm going to bake some pumpkin, and I've already just drizzled it with olive oil and a bit of salt. I'm putting it in 225-degree oven because I want it really beautifully baked. Now this is made with chicken mince. It's a good chicken mince, and it has the skin in it, so it also has fat. But you could use pork mince, you could use lamb mince. Now I'm just going to layer this with onion and garlic. I was going to use a jar of my tomato and basil sugo, but I've just got that to one side in case I need some more. I did weigh it so you know, I've got 600 grams here, 2 onions and 2 garlic. So I'm going to put those on to start. Olive oil, a couple of tablespoons, and we'll put the onion on. I happen to have red onion, but brown onion would, just whatever is available. The red onion is just a little bit sweeter. The last of the tomatoes, but that's why if you preserve your tomatoes, or you have a good passata that you've made, or my sugo, all of those things, just use what you have to hand. The onions are starting to go translucent, so now I can put the garlic in without being concerned about the garlic burning if it goes in at the same time. And because I've chopped up the rosemary and stripped the thyme, it just opens that scent, and the scent of home cooking is just something to make you feel really, really good inside. I'm going to put this into a dish because I want to fry off the chicken. That timer was 20 minutes for the pumpkin, those small pieces, and I just used 2 tablespoons to deglaze it, and I'll leave it there for another 5 minutes. So there's now enough heat here that I can put more in together. And I have to say, Ellie's idea of using a whisk rather than a wooden spoon, so it's not clumpy. And by frying, I get a different flavor. I get a more pronounced flavor. Now, because it's a chicken mince, it needs hardly any cooking. I just added a bit of salt, and all I need is to have this now. That's all. What, 2 minutes cooking at that stage, and that was because I had a really hot pan and I fried it. So I'm going to put all the chicken together. All right, so because this is a bake and they're all going to go together, if you were making a lasagna, of course you'd have sheets and we'd be layering it. But I'm going to use this beautiful tomato. So that's the onion and the herbs, Then I'm going to add the chicken, including the juices from the cooking of the chicken, because I don't want this to be dry. Now you realize I've done most of this mixing before I put the pumpkin in, because the pumpkin will squash a bit because it's beautifully cooked. So I'm going to put half of it in. So the first lot of pumpkin, which is half, squashes the other half. I'm going to put on the top. Okay, all in together. But I will put the rest of this pumpkin on. This needs very little cooking. Every ingredient in here is already cooked, and I just want the mozzarella goes golden. So I guess I'm going to put it in at 200 degrees for 15 minutes. So here it is out of the oven, and just putting it in the center of the table, and I'll just go into it so you can see. It's lovely and moist. One of the things, it was 15 minutes in a 200 degree oven. Then I put it up onto grill, put the parmesan on top, and for 5 minutes. And here we are. There, all this lovely bottom bit too, but always that with the cheese on top. Everyone loves the cheese on top. And I'm tempted, I'm going to do it. Just that last flourish of olive oil and a little bit of pepper.